Good day, and thank you for tuning in to aMin4Ministry channel. I'm your host, Minister RQ. I want to thank you all for joining into the show today, Cornerstone Wednesday. I want to give a shout out, as usual, to our youth at Cornerstone IBC, Memphis, Tennessee, the Boys to Men Ministry, the Jewels for Christ, and the JC Girls. Also to the graduates out there, congratulations on completing your year. We hope that you all learned a lot this year and go forward to have new things and experiences that make you better. Last week we talked about integrity on the first show of integrity, and today we're going to do part 2 of integrity. Integrity is much more than just, of course, being honest. Integrity goes a long way, and we'll continue with this episode on that. On today's episode, we're going to dig in a little deep. There'll be some focus on events that have taken place over the last couple of months in regards to a lot of the unnecessary violence that has been displayed in our country, more specifically detailing the murders that have occurred across the U.S., not always at the hands of law enforcement, just in general. With that, there has been some questions in response to, or the lack of response to, a lot of the violence that has come from some authority figures. The question reads, or it goes something like, why is there not as much outrage or outpour of emotion when the same race kills the same race? More specifically, when black people kill black people. Well, there's a certain high regard that we should have for authority. These killings are done by people that are placed in a part of our world where we should be more protected than feared, where we should be more looked out for than attacked. And therefore, there should be a higher gauge or scrutiny for that. With that, while we are there are some people that wish to compare the outrage that is being displayed with authority figures killing some of the minorities and those that are in disparaging positions, comparing it with those races killing one another. May I remind you all that we do not battle against flesh, but we battle against principalities. We battle against the evil spirits behind the authorities that are doing these type of actions, placing bondage upon those who are less fortunate, those that are marginalized, those of certain minority colors and cultural differences. It's not the same thing. So therefore, it shouldn't be treated the same. When you have an authority figure, you're placing them in the care of others. It's not like your next door neighbor gets into it because you didn't return the lawnmower and there you go. It's a fight. If you're not protecting yourself, or someone who is less fortunate and not able to protect themselves, or a family member, then killing someone is not justified no matter what, only in self-defense or in the protection of someone else. That being said, we have authority figures that are doing these things to various amounts of people here in America. The level of outrage shouldn't be the same. It's you put your children in care of a daycare, you don't expect the teacher to abuse them. You send your children to church, you don't expect your pastor to abuse them. You go to work, you don't expect your boss to abuse you. These type of outrages do not fit the same way. So when someone says a phrase similar to, why is there no fuss when a Hispanic person kills another Hispanic person? Or how come you don't speak out for justice when African American hurts another one? This sounds like the question that may come from someone with very limited integrity, or someone who has questionable integrity no matter what. But an answer to it all, or rebuttal that could be said, is simply, we're not here to do that. So what can make it all better? Perhaps an elevated level of integrity on all sides, with all parties involved. Integrity says that we are going to do our part and make it right. We are going to be the change, starting with ourselves, then starting with those who care for us, and we care for our family members, our close friends, those who look at us in a sense of high regard, and the integrity that we display on a day-to-day basis. How does integrity make a better way for the world, a better place for us all? Let's visit some scripture for a minute and see. Proverbs 10:9 ESV. Whoever walks in integrity walks securely, but he who makes his ways crooked will be found out. Proverbs alone, as a book of the Bible, it can change your life. It can change our life. It's one of our favorite chapters. We love Proverbs. And this verse is true today as it is tomorrow and as it has ever been yesterday. Integrity gives you strength that says you're able to walk with a sense of pride, being untouchable in your actions because you try to do the right thing. There's no sneaking around, no ulterior motives, no need to look or snoop for things that may be wrong or create a situation that would not have been created if you had a lack of integrity. Integrity is very straightforward in this verse. It helps you to be secure in your person. This is a simple verse, and I challenge you to prove to yourself that walking in integrity helps you feel better, helps make you a better person going forward. And don't you feel more secure in your doings when you try to walk with a more sense of integrity? I dare you to do it. 2 Corinthians 8:21 EXB. We are trying hard to do what is right, not only before the Lord, but also before people. Reference Proverbs 3:4. Then you will be respected and will please God and people. Now, this one has to be one of those that quickly, for those that people that say, I don't care what people think. I do what I want to do. Only God can judge me. It would appear that if you take that sentiment, that maybe you want to look back and maybe reconsider how you feel about that. What this verse is saying is that in caring what you do and caring how you carry yourself, it means that you are going to try to do right by people, that you try hard to do what the Word of God asks you to do, knowing that you may fail sometime, knowing that you are going to fail sometime. You still strive and trying hard to do what's right, so that not only are you viewed at an elevated level by God, but you're viewed by people also, that you're respected by people with a sense of respect. So, of course, a lot of people don't do that. It's hard because many people don't even care about themselves, and therefore the golden rule, which at one time, you may have learned in school, is do right by others as you wish to have right done to you. or, of course, I forgot it myself. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. In other words, when you love yourself, the expectation of love being given back and received back to you, it should happen naturally. So what happened to that? What happened is that many people don't care enough to stop, take the time, and have integrity for themselves. The reward is worth it for you and for those whom you love when you try to make sure that you do right on a day-to-day basis. Job 27:4-6. We're going to do the NKJV and the ICB. My lips will not speak wickedness, nor my tongue utter deceit. Far be it from me that I should say, you are right. Till I die, I will not put away my integrity from me. My righteousness I hold fast, and will not let it go. My heart shall not reproach me as long as I live. That's the New King James Version. My lips will not speak evil. My tongue will not tell a lie. I will never agree you are right. Until I die, I will never stop saying I was innocent. I will hold tightly to the right thing said. My sense of right and wrong does not bother me at all. That's the International Children's Bible. Wow, come on now. Who of you stands by your conviction so strongly as Job did? Understand that Job is getting attacked by his wife, his friends, the whole world is against him, and yet he stands strong and still in his true God-given right of integrity. Not just what is right in your heart or what you feel on the outside to be right, but strong, justified sense of God-ordained right. Because many of us tell ourselves we're right when we're doing things, and once you lose your consciousness on some certain things, like you can visibly see and you can read about today, people don't have a conscience. And integrity is attacked when those things happen. And again, we're going to do wrong, but to do wrong and then to act like you didn't do anything, to act like it's okay. It's okay to steal from someone. It's okay to hurt someone. It's okay to take another person's life just because you felt like it today. Those type of things when integrity is really attacked. The loss of consciousness has people doing these things, and integrity is lost. It's just lost. Now, it is hard. Job had it hard. It wasn't easy, but he still stood fast in his integrity. It's hard because everyone is not going to share your sentiment of doing what's right. Some people will literally watch you, as we have seen, watch you doing something wrong without stepping in and intervening to try to correct the errors that is being done in front of you. And keep this in mind. You're probably worse when you sit back and watch and allow things to happen that show a loss of integrity than the person that's doing it. I am probably more guilty if I walk by and I see someone being beat or I see someone being raped and I don't do anything. I call 911 later. I had the power and I had the ability to make a change right there, but I didn't do it. It's the same way in other people's lives, every day. You see them doing things that display a lack of integrity, and when you don't step in and try to help that person, you're just as wrong as, if not as wrong as that person is in their action. Yeah, we all have our free will, and you can only do so much, but do the so much that you're able to do. Try and find a way. Job wasn't going. He was going to keep his integrity no matter what. And he felt like it was better to keep suffering the way that he did than to speak to some false conviction or false confession that would have been thought to release him from his suffering. Just say you were wrong. Just condemn God. Just say forget it, just to get out of jail. But you know that you were right. That's a hard pill to swallow, to know that you're doing right and you're filled with integrity, and the only way to get out of these things that condemn you is to lie on yourself. Not doing that and holding fast to your beliefs and the truth of who you are, no, that's integrity. We thank you for watching the show today. We hope that you got something out of the program, and we look forward to seeing you all again next week, next Wednesday on Cornerstone Wednesday. I want you to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. We got some new things in the works, so hit subscribe so you can be notified about it. And hit the share button. Give it to your friends, your family. Share the program. It'll be highly appreciated. We thank you here from Cornerstone Wednesday and aMin4Ministry channel. God bless you, and may you be kept safe day to day. Don't ever agree with someone who is wrong. The song that they sing won't last for long. Keep your truth and integrity until you die. Never stop saying that you were innocent when every day you know how hard you try.